What map?
3, 2. All right, we're going live. We're going live. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, Chair League, Season 3. I feel like I'm saying this repeatedly. And with me, as always, is my co-caster, New Type. Yo.
Hey, buddy. I mean, that's what happens when you do these games back to back to back. The intros and the outros start to bleed together. But we're back, and we've got ourselves a placement match coming up tonight. We've got two teams in the placement matches. We welcome Beards and Broads to the Chair League. This is their first game here with us, so kudos and welcome. We're super excited to cast your first game here. And we also have with us 85 DeLoreans, who through very odd quirks we have ended up unofficially casting all three of their placement matches games. Their first game, there was a disqualification. Their second game, we actually casted, I think, last week, and now we kind of fell into place with their third game. And
I swear it's not on purpose.
We promise. But no, this should be a good one. We're still, I believe, waiting on the teams to join in. I think we're still waiting on the team captains to pick a map. But it will be Beards and Broads as the home team here tonight, and 85 DeLoreans as the away team will have the map pick. I mean, last week we saw them on Tomb of the Spider Queen, if I'm not mistaken, Synth, and we saw them roll with a Butcher in a dive-heavy composition.
Yeah, Butcher Teriel. Remember the Teriel.
Did they go with the mouth? I have to go back and look at my notes.
I don't believe there was a mouth. I think it was banned out.
But, do we expect them to go with a similar small map, try for a gank, heavy engage composition, or do you think they might try for something a little different?
I think they're going to vary it up a little bit. I think it's going to maybe be a little bit responsive to the opponent team. They seem to pick a little more reactively last time.
Well, they've got some solid players on that team with good minds for drafts. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something pretty, rock solid from 85 DeLoreans. Beards and Broads, as we said, this is their first foray into the Chair League. It's their first of 3 placement matches. So once they've completed those, they'll be seeded into a division, and we'll begin the season proper. If you just missed us, we just finished a game between Infested Inc. and El Boyos. You should be able to find the VOD in Synth's channel, and it'll probably be up on YouTube within a day or so. Yeah. And I'll be posting the link to the actual match on the Chair League site in a couple of minutes here. We've got these new features implemented in this season, where you can basically vote for your own MVP as the match is progressing. It's very fun, and you get to highlight key players during key moments of the match. I'll be posting that link once we feel like we've got things sort of underway here. Like we said, we've got contact with both teams, but we haven't really confirmed with the captains if we're completely ready just yet.
Yeah. One thing to note, thanks Haloran for the host. And secondly, there is a little bit of a time delay. We are on a 30-second stream delay, sorry. And plus the actual stream delay from Twitch for the transcoding. So just a little FYI, if you do click the button and it shows up, it's about 45 seconds after. Just a little side note, but we're looking at Infernal Shrines as the map pick from 85 DeLoreans tonight. Seems to be a very standard map at this point.
It's an exceptionally popular map. I would say easily half of our casts this season have been on Infernal Shrines. Would you agree with me, Synth?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a very, very favored map at this point.
I like it a lot. I kind of prefer BOE. I like the chase. I like the race to get that DPS in on a Battlefield of Eternity. But Infernal Shrines, big map, wave clear, global heroes, securing that objective. We'll have to see how these teams decide on their heroes here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so looks like Beards and Broads are checked in, and I'm hoping for an equal number of Beards and an equal number of Broads. How you distribute that out, I shall not reveal. But yeah, good luck, have fun to everyone who's going to be playing tonight. Just a reminder, twitch.tv/synthparadox. I don't have a Nightbot. I should get a Nightbot. So, looks like we got our old buddy Haloran in the lobby here already, but we just got to get the technicals figured out before we finish up here. Alrighty.
Egg breakfast. As far as I can tell, there have been no tetherball warnings. I do not know just yet. Jury's still out on that. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this works its way out. So, in our last matchup, I don't want to give away the results, but we saw a very specific 2-tank composition find great success.
I'm getting distracted by the.
I'm getting distracted by the chat. Egg breakfast. I am
not very professional.
No, I'm not professional tonight. I hope no one is expecting a professional new type cast, because for starters, you basically never get that on any night. But tonight, you're gonna get it even worse. So.
Oh man, you're getting a name for yourself here.
I really should dial it back, because I don't want to be remembered as the drunk of Heroes of the Storm. But
hey,
we saw a.
There's no such thing as bad publicity, right? Is that the saying?
Especially when it's for your channel.
Oh, I see how this goes. I see.
Yeah, no, I'm getting you all the publicity that we can get here. But it looks like we've got everybody in the lobby.
Yeah, wow.
That's good stuff. But oh my god, I gotta get this name out of the way really early here.
Which name?
Nag. All right, well, we're gonna get to see New Type try this name out in a second here.
Mm-hmm.
But first things first, we're gonna get the draft squared away, and when we set this up, we're still looking to get Zarya in top drafter, so we are going to agree on a sort of stand-in for Zarya. We've been doing Murky so far, but we just want to make sure that is conveyed to the right folks. Let's see here. Yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, Beards and Broads is the home team, so they're going to have the first pick and the first ban. 85 DeLoreans is going to be the away team. They picked the map. They picked Infernal Shrines. 85 DeLoreans has noted that they're ready, and we'll be getting things started here really quickly.
Okay, the draft links have gone out to both teams. And Murky is the surrogate for...
From giant imposing Russian woman to tiny frog thing.
I mean, close enough, right?
How the mighty have fallen.
Oh,
no,
geez.
she's been skipping her leg day and everything day, apparently.
So, alrighty.
We're still waiting on Beards and Broads just to hit the ready button, but once that happens, we will get things going immediately in Top Drafter, and here we go. So, initial thoughts, Synth.
Infernal Shrines? Kerrigan ban, maybe?
Kerrigan ban, very possible.
Because we're out of the Zarya Mal first bans phase, right?
I hope so. My fingers are crossed, partner. I'd like to ban something else in Hero League.
Yeah, agreed.
But right now, Kerrigan has been a MVP on this map due to her ability to consistently and quickly kill the Shrine Guardians, which trigger the map objective on this map, spawning a gigantic, terrifying, huge Punisher, who we affectionately refer to as John Cena, and Kerrigan is the first ban here by Beards and Broads.
Yeah, and this is on a 30-second delay, so they could not have heard us say that. So, just kidding. I mean, not kidding about the delay, but yeah. One thing.
85 DeLoreans, yeah.
Yeah. One thing about the about John Cena, it has been Carbots officialed, so therefore it's the official name for John Cena. I mean, the Punisher. Clearly.
Let it be written.
Let it be.
Sylvanas is picked off by 85 DeLoreans. I feel like these are the two like quintessential bans on this map. Sylvanas supporting a Punisher basically doubles the health of the Punisher. It takes so much less damage from those tower shots and from the forts, and it just wrecks the infrastructure of the opposing team. So Kerrigan and Sylvanas banned out. Beards and Broads with the first pick. Do they go with the Comfort? They go with the Malfurion. So despite the recent balance changes to adjust his healing numbers and sort of rein him in a little, Malfurion is still first pick potential for Beards and Broads.
Well, I mean, he has that giant beard. It's humongous. So.
I really hope. Oh my God! Thank you for bringing this up. I really hope their whole team is nothing but beards and chicks.
So,
it would be.
Yeah, it would be phenomenal. So
feeling
what?
Is just right.
So,
85 DeLoreans with the picks. What are you thinking, buddy?
Well, if they're gonna pick away, Zarya first pick.
They go with Zarya first. So nerfs be damned. Malfurion and Zarya still number 1 and number 2. Li Ming picked up as well by 85 DeLoreans. They have some heavy hitters in their lineup so far, Synth.
Yep. I mean, so I'm glad they're out of the first ban phase, but now they're in the first pick phase. You know what? That's okay. I want to see the new heroes get some play. This is the place to show off how much you play this game and how
attuned you are to the new developments. Like, Zarya and Malf, Malf is essentially a new hero. No one's seriously been playing him for months. Zarya is a brand new hero. We're going to have Samuro soon. Beards and Broads, they're going deep into their reservoir pool here. Picking up ETC before the ban phase. And, they've got their healer, they got their tank. And, there's room now. They can really put some pressure on 85 DeLoreans if they start squeezing tanks. I mean, Muradin's still on the table, Johanna's still on the table, and those are both really effective tanks for 85 DeLoreans to play with.
Yeah, they're trying to... I mean, they're not revealing much right now. Malfurion ETC with a Kerrigan ban is... You're really not...
It's really vanilla. It's really vanilla. The toppings have not been put on yet. There's no nuts. There's no almonds. There's no chocolate syrup. I mean, this Sunday is just getting started, and Zagara is picked up as well by Beards and Broads. So that's just more nice, solid like B+ in their role heroes. Zagara, really good laner, was nerfed recently and hasn't seen a ton of competitive play, but. I feel like her Nidus network is fantastic on this map. I feel like, if she goes Maw in those small, densely packed shrine fights, it gets a lot of value. We see Tychus banned by 85 DeLoreans. Beards and Broads, where do you ban here? I mean, I feel like you got to get rid of a support here.
Well,
Zarya's...
Got to get rid of something that doesn't have a beard or a broad, or is not a broad.
Zagara, they are following their pattern. Zagara is queen of the Zerg swarm under Kerrigan, and ETC and Malf have glorious beards. Ariel is banned by Beards and Broads. I feel like that makes sense. Li Ming has a lot of poke, can do a lot of damage from range, really soak up that Ariel hope and get her the boost she needs to lay out big heals. So makes sense to me.
And actually, Zarya's sustain for Ariel is also really high. Like, she is a ranged tank technically.
He is.
And along with the shields, the shields can really support an Ariel. So it's a good ban, really. Oh boy, our lane bully here, our big panda bully.
Man. So the panda population was depleted significantly in our last match, and we're gonna see if it can work its way back here. 85 DeLoreans looking to preserve the species with that Chen pickup. Do they go another tank?
No,
they got two here. They got Zarya. The Murky keeps throwing my brain off.
Well, Murky
here.
is a very effective tank as well. I mean, Murky
yes,
tank is.
He is annoying as hell. That little green
shithole.
Careful, Sid. There's children here.
Murky,
not.
is Murky as...
I hope not. Lieutenant Morales picked up by 85 DeLoreans. So they've got two robust frontliners protecting Morales and Li Ming. Do you go with a second ranged damage for 85 DeLoreans? We'll have to find out.
You do. You have to. I mean, with the frontliners of Chen and Murky, Chen and Zarya, you kind of have to.
I would be surprised if they went for a third melee here, but we see Jaina picked up by Beards and Broads, maintaining their pattern, and I'd like to see one more person on the front line to support ETC. I'd like to see Sonya here.
Or, I mean, a Tassadar would work here too.
Yeah, but Tassadar doesn't have a beard.
Okay, fair enough. So they cannot play Tassadar because that
they're gimping their own lineup, but they're playing on hard mode here.
All right, so you need a beard, so you can't do Sonya. Well, although Sonya's a
Sonya's broad.
That's true.
If they throw us completely, Thrall has a beard.
Thrall has a beard. All right,
this is good.
No pitchforks. We can put the pitchforks away.
Yeah, everyone, put the pitchforks down.
All right. What
they
do
did
we see
it.
here?
They won this draft outright for sticking to their guns.
I mean, okay, so the draft itself though is a bit vanilla. Falstad picked up. That is a good pickup.
I like Falstad a lot. I
really like that.
I'm kind of surprised it took him that long to sneak into this draft, but with that global presence, it's going to be fantastic. And, between Gust, potentially Wave of Force, Repulsion, there's a lot of potential interrupts for an ETC mosh pit. A lot of people have been playing ETC with Stage Dive lately, and I would really kind of like to see an ETC Stage Dive here. Get onto that Morales, slow her down, give Thrall and, Jaina an opportunity to get in there and get her.
Falstad's definitely going to be the stim target. What do you say to that? I mean,
if they opt to go stim. You know what? No. It could be Zarya. She puts out a ton of damage.
Okay.
Puts out a ton of damage very, very quickly. And, with an increased attack speed there, that's a possibility. You could stim Zarya.
Okay.
You get the movement speed. It lets her stick to a target. I could see that happening.
Okay.
I don't know if that's... They may decide to go medevac. A lot of people are running medevac nowadays as opposed to stim drone.
I mean,
but we'll have
with
to see.
Shrines, I don't know if medevac is very effective unless you want to do a really good split push. I can see not supporting, especially second, third, earlier pushes. You could probably engage the opposite side of the map with a split push. However, I think it might be more effective for a disengage, actually, between the Falstad. Use your Falstad Gust for the engages, and then actually use the medevac to evac, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Good old evac medevacs, and hopefully we don't see any cheese though.
I mean, to do medevac cheese, you've got to have a really specific lineup. Like a really specific lineup, and I don't think that's going to be in the cards here tonight. But I approve of the Skinergy. We will highlight that once we zone into the game here, but we're here at Infernal Shrines. Let's talk really quick here about wave clear and any potential edges that may have been eked out in the draft here. I feel like they're kind of even on wave clear here. What do you feel like, Synth?
Falstad has the advantage because of the Leonard Skinergy. And sorry, went really deep for that one. It dug really deep for that face.
And I don't think he's had anything. I've had 3 of these.
I'm mostly through a Jacko Traveler Pumpkin Shandy.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I mean, no, it's a, what is it? I don't know what the ABV is. Oh, 4.4. That's not much. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, the puns the puns aren't nearly as deep if I'm farther in. So.
All right, so here we go. In the left-hand side here, we're in the blue trunks. We've got Beards and Broads. We've got Lord Boo on the ETC with the pink beard. We got Thrall, Bloops on the Thrall with the black beard. We got Lona on the Zagara. We got Sky Bunny on Jaina. We got Jewel Queen on Malfurion with the turquoise blue beard. On the right-hand side, in the red trunks, we got 85 DeLoreans. We got Haloran on the Chen. We got Snagananis on Falstad. That is a mouthful. We got Nikita on the Li Ming. We've got QWERTY on Morales. And we've got the Gentleman on Zarya.
And we got esports in the mid.
Esports is happening in the mid lane. Big damage on Sky Bunny. We love it when this happens. Sky Bunny dangerously low. Snag is looking for the pick there, but just does not have the chance. Gets sort of forced out there, as as both teams are just looking for that early little edge that you can get in the early game here. QWERTY really going deep into the mana pool here to keep the team up, as teams start rotating to deal with the minion lines in top and bottom. Successful esports there, Synth.
Absolutely. And the scouting drone picked up for Malfurion again. That seems to be a very popular pickup nowadays.
I mean, those nooks and crannies around the the shrine areas are so dangerous. And the scout, I just wonder if the scouting drone combined with the Zagara creep is a little bit overkill. No, pardon me, it's scouting drone from Morales. My bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just assumed it was from.
So Morales not taking the self shield, not taking
safeguard.
That's it. Not taking the safeguard. That's kind of surprising to me with the amount of burst coming from a Jaina potentially.
Yeah. Okay. I did not. I really didn't foresee that. That was. Although you know what, Zarya's shields can really make up for a lot of the
potentially.
Yeah.
You can bail out that medic if things get really dicey. First shrine is going to be smack dab in the mid lane. As far as talents go, we're seeing the volatile assets, a long range poke from the Zagara, no infest there, and pretty standard stuff from the rest of the team. Progrock from ETC, so keep an eye on those globes. Looking to be getting that talent quest completed quickly here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great talent for keeping the rest of his team up when they dive. I mean, it just passive healing, a lot of it really. It's almost like a Brightwing just sitting next to you, but he happens to be a cow and
he's rocking.
Yeah, really loves the music. But Stim Drone here getting not much value really, just being caught and removed very quickly.
Yeah, that scouting drone, yeah. So,
did I say Stim?
I think so. I was like, wow, it's a bit early for that, buddy. 85 DeLoreans, it has set up shop at the objective, but a big catch on Nikita. Haloran is there, however, for the peel. Great work getting them off that Li Ming, and Baloops and Lord Boo are going to have to retreat under that pressure. Nice save there. Nikita goes down. That opens up the field for Beards and Broads to invade into that shrine area.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like they're just completely giving up this first objective here.
They're pushing heavily in that bot lane, looking to get some towers, make up the difference that this. Oh no, they're just gonna go get the lane and let it be. That works. I'd like them to try and get a tower or so, pressure, maybe leave one person in mid, and go 3 bot, because they're obviously not going to get the Punisher, and they're probably going to lose the first 2 towers to the Punisher when it rolls out here. We'll have to see how they keep in with the XP race.
And they do lose Zagara here with a really deep dive from Falstad, seeing the Zagara really low on health and just knowing that he was able to snipe that. Anyway,
and he still has flight, so he has an opportunity to address any other problem areas if they want him to support a push with this Punisher. I love this 3940. I love this discipline from 85 DeLoreans. So when that counter hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. But until then, the teams are gonna press advantages. They're gonna get some damage in. They're going to try and make this even more effective. They get the Shaman camp in the top lane. I love this. And as soon as Beards and Broads sort of feels like, we might be able to get this, they're just going to poke that one minion down, get that 40 out of 40, and secure their Punisher. I love this play from 85 DeLoreans, getting as much of an advantage as they can on this map.
Yeah, and looks like now's the time.
Gentleman is caught, though. Has to hustle out, manages to get the bubble, and, no worse for wear. But that could have gone south very quickly, But nice, quick reaction from the Gentleman, keeping things together here.
Yeah, I was wondering when they would actually be able to get that last one. I mean, they're not really in danger of losing that objective, but at the same time, with Beards and Broads, E&B, going in really deep there, they were trying to force them out and try to get something cheeky there. But Zagar is left in the top lane there along with Chen, so it's only a 4-man push in the mid here. But 4-man push along with Mr. John Cena himself is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and ETC does go down.
The undisputed champ laying the beat down, and the ETC just couldn't keep up with the tempo. Yeah. That is it for the mid fort. Clean sweep. 485 DeLoreans.
And Bloops is gonna have to back up here.
This is it for Bloops. There's no way you get out of that. A 4-man gank rolling south, catching Bloops in the open, and this is going perfectly for 85 DeLoreans. They've got camps pushing. They're going to be grabbing the midline left side. Siege camp. They've got that going here. They're knocking on the door of level 10. Haloran is pretty much ungankable in the top lane as Chen.
Chen's very hard to gank, if you will.
How did they even become endangered? They're so freaking hard to kill.
Only drunk ones. There's very few drunk ones.
both of the pandas in this game are drunkards. I don't.
No, one drinks tea.
One drinks tea, quote unquote tea.
1,000 cups of tea.
1,000 cups of tea.
Oh, and 10's picked up.
Out. Yeah, we're going to see the Graviton Surge from Gentleman used almost immediately, trying to secure a kill on Bloops. Doesn't manage to get it. And we've got also a Mighty Gust down from Falstad. We see Wandering Keg, Medevac Dropship, and Disintegrate as well from 85 DeLorean. So that Dropship going to be used not just for team mobility, but also to keep the Medevac alive. In case a heavy dive goes in, if ETC, tries to get in on that Medevac, she can pop the medic back. Oh, I said that twice. Pop her ult, hop back a couple yards, and be no worse the wear.
Yeah, like I said, the Gust is now free to be used for engages, and they have a disengage now. They don't have to save the Gust for the disengage. So the definitely a good choice on Stim, or sorry, not Stim. Definitely a good choice on not using Stim and getting Medevac instead. Basically being able to flexibly maneuver her entire team. So, scouting drone is put down here, and they're going to try to get 39 out of 40 again, looks like. But Haloran has to move back to mid lane here. The main thing I wanted to point out about the delaying that first boss, by the way, is if you don't delay it, you get maybe keep wall or fort walls. And delaying it, they actually guarantee to keep, or a fort.
The building. Haloran goes
in
deep. They're looking to secure a kill on Bloops. Haloran very low. Bloops is brought down. Gust is used to push Alona out of the fight. ETC subsequently brought down. It's a big collapse. Devouring Maw does, however, catch 2 members.
But there's no follow-up.
But there's no follow-up. And the gentleman catching Jaina in a Graviton Surge. Chunked significantly, but she is able to. Zarya is able to escape, and this is going to be another Punisher going towards 85 DeLoreans. They've been absolutely dominating with this Zarya play here, absolutely crushing people left and right. Falstad topping the charts right now with 22,000 damage. It's been Snag really laying the hurt on the members of Beards and Broads.
Absolutely, yeah. Great ganks coming out of him, and really identifying the weak links and able to just bring them down.
All right, well, it's an Arcane Punisher brandishing the Arcane Noodles, jumps Jaina, and a great keg secures the kill on Sky Bunny. That is it. Good night, sweet prince. And that Punisher is looking for some keep structure damage. This keep wall is not long for this world, Sin.
Yep. 13's picked up for 85 DeLoreans here, and this is going to be very scary for Beards and Broads to defend against. This, if they're not careful, this is not quite game-ending, but it may snowball even farther.
I mean, they're going to retreat from here, and they get a great medevac. This is so cheeky, too. Look where it's going. Hey, Zagara, you don't have Nidus Network. Where are you going to go?
Yeah, that was great. They guarantee you.
Yeah, they focused on the fort.
They guarantee a fort here. That is a great play coming out of them. They Beards and Broads are coming up to try to defend that, but way too late for that. And the 5-man squad is just rolling like a stone, if you will.
Yeah, pretty solid. I'm just taking a peek at the builds here. Zarya going very defensively. Damage absorption, contributing energy. Endurance training at 13. Defensive shielding at 4. Very defensive build from the Zarya. And we're seeing an aggressive, aggro build almost from the Chen, with Deadly Strike and Pressure Point at 4 and 13 respectively. So looking to isolate targets, looking to slow them with those kicks. And Li Ming just going for doing the damage. We got Triumvirate and then Seeker. We're seeing Glass Cannon. I would expect Mirror Ball at 16 for Li Ming.
Yeah. With a double tank build, comp, you really enable Chen to be able to take these bully talents. And that's what it really is. Zarya is the main tank at this point.
All ults are up. Looks like they want to dance. Gentleman getting a big Graviton Surge. Does get silenced and brought down. A big Thunder from the Thrall. It's a 1-for-1 currently. Falstad is rooted by the Jaina, but no follow-up. Loops is bullied into a corner and absolutely obliterated as 4 members of Beards and Broads are just completely shredded in this corner here. I mean, we saw Bloops actually get turned into an alcoholic beverage in that corner. He was like they put him in the keg, they put him in the corner, and they aged him there for that entire team fight. And when he came out, he was like a 9% dead orc.
You went pretty far with that one.
I really did. Only like 5 people are gonna get that joke, but I don't care. That was an APV of dead. Beards and Broads, they're going to be looking to push back. They have got to find a way to soak out this XP deficit, though. They are, barely out of level 13. They still have half a level before they're even 14. And level 16 is attained by 85 DeLoreans. And we see Born in Battle for the Zarya. So very fast cooldown regeneration, very fast shields, and heavy resistance on her.
Yep, and Lord Blue has to be very careful there. There's did he take? Was there a special there? No, mic check.
No, and ults are starting to come back online. It's getting close here. The members of Beards and Broads are going to have to commit here. They start losing members though, and it's too late. Sky Bunny is also caught. Throws out a Ring of Frost in desperation, but it is a no-go. ETC is caught by the Graviton Surge, and that's a team wipe. An ace for 85 DeLoreans, and they are going to clean up this Punisher phase.
Yeah, that's 16-13. That's not a good fight. That's not a fight you really want to take here. And the positioning too. They were in a little bit of mix-up in terms of left or right. They sort of split bottom and left. And the team just effectively, 85 DeLoreans effectively split their team. And
85 forced a fight, and they have all the tools in the book to make that fight happen. They have a False Stab with Gust. They have a Chen with a Hard Engage. They have Graviton Surge. They have all the tools to make fights happen, and they made a fight happen.
Oh yeah.
And Beards and Broads was desperately trying to not make a fight happen. And eventually you have to kind of just bite the bullet there. Like, oh, they engaged super hard on us. They got, they're getting huge damage in. Let's start blowing some ults to try and save our hides. They died with their ultimates up. And Jaina only got the ring out at the very last second there when it was already too late, and she was basically the last person standing.
Yeah, now Beards and Broads has to be very careful here. They dropped in Maw.
I feel like you got to just go for the kill on DeLorean. Like right now, you just got to go hard on DeLorean. And it's too late. The tank pops out. Lona's getting isolated, and it looks like she's going to be the target. Punisher joins the fray. It's a Royal Rumble as Bloops hustles out with 100 hit points and is brought down. And it's a general retreat for Beards and Broads, and they have got to run away, and they've got to run away fast. Jewel Queen is going to get killed by Haloran here, and there's just nothing you can do about that. Fat Chen will not, or Fat Illidan will not be denied. Fat Chen is the oxymoron to end all oxymorons.
It's redundant.
Redundant, you're correct. That would be like...
So Twilight Dream was picked up from Malfurion. I think there was not enough self-sustain on the side of Beards and Broads to justify not having Tranquility. This is potentially game ending at this point. Lord Blue is doing, his or her best to try to keep something from happening here, but this is probably going to be the end of the game here.
And that is it. 85 DeLoreans with a commanding win here, laying it in, 5 levels ahead. They commanded that game from like get-go, Synth. So let's take a gander at the talent since we're out of here, and let's break this one down. Can we stop for one moment and talk about how effective Lieutenant Morales was, and how just basically powerless I feel Beardless and Broads was to get to that backline and deal with her?
Oh yeah, that was used to great effect. Let's put it that way. Like I said initially, the gusts were enabled by her ability. The fact that she picked Medevac enabled the team to be much more liberal in their use of gust for engagements, and those gusts really started off, waterfall of deaths from the other side. I mean, you would figure out who got caught and isolated, and then Halloran would just take that keg and roll that person into the corner, and I make some alcoholic pun here about I got nothing after yours. I can't beat that one.
My extended let's brew thrall comparison.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't have any.
Chen opening his own distillery here. With Halloran brand. With Halloran brand hard cider or ale or whiskey, or insert your drink of choice here. I feel like they did a great job of protecting Morales. There was no concentrated effort to deal with Morales. I don't know how I feel about Zagara.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Zagara was okay. She just she wasn't quite in the team fights as much as she needed to be, especially with the Maws.
I feel like you can replace Zagara with somebody with like somebody who can actually scare Morales, somebody who can actually engage hard on Morales.
Like a dive. Some sort of dive.
I feel like you switch this up considerably. You put ETC on. ETC on stage dive.
No, see, I see.
You're gonna disagree with me here.
No. ETC Mosh, but Tyrael Judgment. I would love to have seen that.
You'd go for a Judgment on Tyrael instead. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen a stage dive from ETC opening on the back line. Find the Morales, drop the R on the Morales, get people in on that Morales, and burn her out faster. Because as it was, anytime they had a reasonable engagement, the false stab was there for the Gus. The Chen, anytime they had a reasonable engagement, they still didn't have the divey follow-up to deal with the problem member of the team, which was Morales healing everyone up. And the crowd control tools from 85 DeLoreans were just too good. The Chen could push people away. When they tried walking up to Morales, Zarya was able to get the Graviton Surge whenever people started surging forward, and Falstab was always there with the omnipresent Mighty Gust to push people away.
Yeah, the thing is, they had a very disorienting comp. They being 85 DeLoreans, they focused on disorienting the team and separating them out and just really isolating the weak points and then taking the Li-Ming resets from there. And that's a really effective way to play Li-Ming comps. And focus Morales, the end all be all.
Yeah. Can we get some focus Morales Swift Rages in the chat? The battle cry of Bronze League.
Yeah, but Focus Morales is a good strategy, but at the same time, the reason why I suggested Tyrael was because you're counter or disorienting. You're putting somebody in, knocking everyone around, and then when you separate, that's why Sunder is so good. That's why in those dive comps you need something to. That's why Keg is so good. You're separating out members of the team, and the name of the game right now, and once Samuro comes out too, the name of the game is No Group Please. So, yeah, great games coming out of both teams here.
That was solid stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked seeing sort of a different build on Zarya. You see sort of a cookie cutter. You have seen a cookie cutter of sort of like this aggressive energy generation based Zarya. I liked seeing a defensively minded Zarya from the gentleman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Zarya pick actually, the Zarya solo tank build, which is sort of what this is, really enabled Halloran on Chen to be that bully, to be that giant thing that gets in everyone's way and pushes everyone around and just makes you have a bad time. Cyberbullying 2016, please fix. So anyway, no, Chen has this amazing ability to just push people around and isolate one hero that you want to focus down and make that hero your target. So
all right, any last words, partner?
Well, I think I would have liked Malfurion to pick Tranquility. Maybe this would have been a little bit different game. In that case, the early Maws or the Maws on without follow-ups was a little bit of a detriment as well. But improving on those, the rest of the play was pretty good. ETC was able to stay in the front line, take the majority of the beginning damage, but he just couldn't. There wasn't enough burst healing to bring him back up after catching a few of the Li-Ming W's and Q's. So, if you focus on those gameplay aspects, I think you have a very serious chance of defeating them perhaps in a rematch or matchup later on. All right. Well, thanks everyone. We have one more game coming up, so if you want to stick around in the chat room, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and Twitch, both of them. Twitch.tv/synthparadox, twitter.com/synthparadox, and we'll be back shortly. I have to click the stop streaming button for this to work.
Cheers.